Well, a couple of weeks late, but not $1 short, fortunately. It's definitely been a very interesting time right now where the whole Fapweasel thing is concerned, um, and Alex Jones and everything else. Um, First, with Alex Jones, he was caught out in a lie um, when the his attorney apparently sent file containing all of the contents, electronic contents of Alex Jones's cell phone, uh, to the plaintiff's attorney. And the plaintiff's attorney, upon receiving it, notified the defense attorney's office that they had received it. And when the 10-day um, hold period had lapsed, that attorney, the plaintiff's attorney, waited another couple of days before bringing that information to court and called Alex Jones out as a liar when he had said that he had nothing pertaining to the Sandy Hook stuff on his phone. So that was hilarious. And the look on Jones's face, if you get a chance to go look at it, was epically hilarious. And then this last week, the FBI executed a warrant at Mar-a-Lago and came away with 12 boxes of files of classified and seriously classified nature. In fact, my understanding is some of the documents they took away from there um, are actually the sort of thing that should not have even been on Trump's desk, um, much less in an unlocked basement storage area at Mar-a-Lago, which, while there was a padlock on it when the FBI got there the other day, that padlock hadn't even been added to the door until a couple of months ago. So, with the Chinese nationals and Russian nationals who have made a habit of visiting Mar-a-Lago, there is every chance that they had an opportunity to go through those documents to see what was there. And when you consider that there were nuclear plan information documents there and everything else, that isn't a good thing, because I'm sure they would have been there taking pictures. The Fapweasels camp is attempting to paint this as some sort of raid, which was not. It was a duly executed warrant, and so they had to convince a judge that there was probable cause for this to be executed and done. Several months ago, the FBI walked away with 15 boxes of documents, and Trump insisted, and through his attorney, who signed a statement saying there was no more classified information at Mar-a-Lago. There apparently, yes, 12 more boxes full. So who knows what he planned to do with that? My understanding is that he also tried to flush certain papers down the drain in his toilet, much to the dismay of his maintenance staff, because he did not learn at the White House that you just can't do that. Apparently at the White House, when he was done with something, he would tear it in half. And so, because of the national records rules and everything else, the staff had to go and try and put it all back together again. So this is just getting uglier and uglier, and every time you turn around, there's something more going on. The FBI is being painted as the bad guy here when all they were doing was following the law. There's very serious talk of Trump being prosecuted under the Espionage Act, which comes from World War I. He's facing penalties that were enacted by him in 2018 when people were still attempting to put forth their claim that Hillary Clinton had done bad things in her time in office, which, despite numerous attempts to find any evidence of that, apparently none of that was true, but we've learned that that's par for the course with these idiots. So he's facing something like 10 years for every piece of paper that they found there. It's crazy, and it's gone from being something like a misdemeanor to like a federal felony. And it's, as I said, this is law that he signed to make it happen because he was being, big tough guy. So it's every time you turn around, you think this shit show can't get any worse, and then you're proven wrong. And it's frightening because this shouldn't be the case. We shouldn't be going through this insanity. Nixon is giggling in his grave because we thought Watergate was bad. We thought those inept plumbers were fucking idiots. And now we've got the Fapweasel, we've got Rudy, we've got Miss Lindsay, we've got Moscow Mitch, we've got all these idiots out there who are still supporting this treasonous, unpleasant, horrible asshat. And they'll be right there if he decides he wants to run again, and we have to keep that from happening. And so once again, I'm going to start harping on this. Vote in every election you are able to vote in, whether it is a presidential election, a general election, whatever it happens to be, a local election, because the only way that you're going to be represented by the people you want to have in office is if you vote for them. And once again, don't sit there and say my vote doesn't count, because it does. It really does. Keep in mind that there is evidence, hard evidence, of Trump demanding that people in Georgia find him a little over 11,000 votes so that he would have won that state. And thank the gods above and below that individual didn't find some way to bullshit that. There were at least some people in otherwise states that we would consider to be Fapweasel territory where the rule of law prevailed. Because if Trump manages to get into office again, we are so fucked. I can't adequately express how bad that will be. And it will be very, very bad. So that's where that is. Now for happier things, I will be attending ChiCon, WorldCon, the first week in September. So if you're going to be there, I really look forward to meeting you there. You can message me here on my YouTube page, for friends on Facebook. Certainly send me a private message there, and we'll see what we can work out about getting together and doing this, because I think it'll be a lot of fun. It's my first WorldCon, so I'm looking at it as an adventure. I'll be there a couple of days early, staying a couple of days late, so that I can enjoy that as much as possible. So anyway, there's that. At the end of September, I'm going to be visiting Rome for about 10 days. I don't know if any of you all that are watching this are out that way. I certainly love the opportunity to meet you out there. I do plan on doing more than one video while I'm out there, because I think it'll be fun to be able to do something like that. And you're not looking at me in whatever office I happen to be sitting in recording these things. So that'll be, I look forward to being able to meet folks, because that's important to me. The big plan is to do a lot of research while I'm in Rome for my next book, Lucy, Roads to Recovery. So, and then possibly Roads to Redemption, which is the book plan for after that. Anyway, I shall chat with you all later. You have a fantastic day. Please, once again, vote. Don't stay quiet. Don't put your head down. You stand up strong and tall, and you let these assholes know that democracy means something, and the great experiment should not be allowed to fail, because there are plenty of people out there who'll be more than happy to make your decisions for you if you act that way. Anyway, bye now.